Grizzly Lake's trailhead. I generally just do to the second pond. Been not starting off real well. Starting to get back online, or on track, however you look at it.
It's a fairly technical descent down to the first pond, and an even harder technical uphill ascent on the way back. I feel good when I make it dabless in either direction. I built this stick ramp over this log years ago, but you know, it's deteriorating. I mean, the log is. And with chain rings and everything, I think I'm just going to slowly let those sticks disappear, and I'll bet you someday I do that log. Coming up on the first lowest Grizzly Pond now. And coming up on the first major touch and go obstacle of the trip. That log fell 2 winters ago, so it's only been in place 2 seasons for the bike trail. But it's a tough one. I've never made it till this season. And mostly because it's at a slight diagonal and those little stubby branches broken off. But anyway, I'm making it fairly consistently nowadays. Now have a small, gentle rise and then a pretty easy descent down to the second Grizzly Pond. Difficulties come and go as trees fall, logs decay, paths move around them. It's always different every year. This tree fell just this winter, and it'd be a doozy because it's suspended in the air, but there's an easy way around it. So there you go. There it went. And now the last descent to the second upper Grizzly Pond. At the end of this meadow at the head of the lake is the usual turnaround spot, for 2 reasons. First of all, it gets bloody steep. And secondly, this winter a big lodgepole fell right smack across the trail, difficult to get around, and it just makes a real convenient turnaround spot.
Well, that's the end of the line, at least on this trip.
Well, that was 4 minutes out to the point here. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes going back. I believe there's a little bit more elevation going back, which is unusual, but we'll see. This second upper pond is so shallow it's full of blooming lily pads. Recognize this spot? And now a quick little descent to the first, lowest grizzly pond. The tension builds because I know what's up ahead. The single hardest crux move. It's amazing what confidence can do. You know, this spring I was 0 for ever on that log. And then I made it once. And knowing I can make it, now it's become almost routine. That last log was definitely the hardest single move. But this next double step hill is really, I think, the real crux. It's a lot of endurance, a lot of technicalities, loose terrain. All in all, it packs quite a punch for quite a while. A little bit of a breather in between hill sections, and then my stick ramp up the log, and a quick rest and make the most of it, because the last part is the hardest. Slow way down. Make the most of this. Milk this rest for all you've got, because now you got to sprint to make it up this, and then pedal hard, lift up, pedal hard, lift up on the bars again. Oh, we're gonna make it. Yeah, now the hill lets up. But the technicalities don't. It doesn't let up entirely. No siree, not till the very end and the road is reached. Any one of a dozen spots could trip you up, so to speak, here and cause you to dab. So I'm not through the woods yet. But through the trees, eh? A 100 feet of rock dodging, and it's all over. And the end of the single track and Sky Ranch Road right in front. The yellow brick road has one final thrill on a quick, fast descent to the cabin. Hang on to your helmets. And at the bottom of the hill, if you keep it in a high gear, stand up, torque like crazy, and pedal for all you've got, you can keep the pace up all the way up over this rise and to the last final descent to the cabin. Hee-ha-ha!